let's say hello, shall we? What's up? Oh, I should fix this. Welcome to the Speakeasy Brewer. Thanks for all of y'all who are joining us right now. We've got. Do you want me to use your name or do you want me to use your?
You can use my name.
Okay. This is my friend Taylor. His name is Swine Hunter on Twitch, and he's joining me today for Brew Day, and we're brewing a pineapple blonde ale. So, welcome. We're gonna get going here. So, I guess I should go over a few things that we're gonna be doing today. So, a couple things that we have. It's Dana. What's up? How's it going?
How's it going?
Yeah, so I guess before we get going, we have a couple things that we're going to be doing. So today, I've just started playing around with water chemistry. I finally have a system that helps me to take care of everything, so we're going to do that. I'll show you how to do it on Beersmith. We're going to heat up all of our water in one foul swoop, just get it all done, and we're going to treat this water. So I've got 9 gallons of reverse osmosis water, which we're going to put salts and other chemicals in it, which is like calcium, magnesium, sulfate, chloride, and some table salts. So yeah, I guess I already said that. Sodium. Anyways, obviously I'm not a chemist. We're all going to stick that in there, mix it around, heat it up, and then we're going to get things mashing. So we'll show you the process from beginning to end. And just so you guys know, I'm going to share my screen real fast. So yeah, also, if you have any questions about anything, the whole process, ask away, because that'll help me. Or if I'm talking about something, you're like, maybe you should explain this, let me know. So this is the beer we're doing today. We've got about 10 pounds of grain, and we're going to be using 2 ounces of hops, and we're just going to be mixing and matching them. So we're using Hallertau Blanc and Zythos hops, and those hops in particular, especially the Zythos hops, are really going to cause that pineapple that we're shooting for in this beer to really pop out. Hallertau Blanc is also going to do that. So you'll notice that we've got two sets of Zythos and Hallertau Blanc at different periods of like a boil time of 20 minutes and 5 minutes. So the 20 minutes is going to give us our flavor, and the 5-minute part of the boil is going to give us our aromatics. And then we're going to be using citrus yeast from Imperial Yeast over in, I believe, Portland, Oregon, Hood River, somewhere around there. And that's going to cause all the citrus and everything to just amp up. So that's what we're doing today. And then just a quick jump over to our water. Let's see if I've got this pulled up. Did I save it? Okay, hold on one second. Let me see where the water... water... I thought I had it in a profile. It doesn't seem like I've got it. Let's look this. Match target profile. Okay, where did I... So my computer just like reset itself on its own. So I need to, let's see, tools. Give me 1 second, y'all. Water profile, this is what I needed. And I want to find the profile that I have, target profile. And it should be, what did I name it? Blonde version 1, that's the one. So this is the water we're going to be shooting for today's beer. And it's got everything already figured out for us, which is great. So we're going to use that. And then, yeah. So I'm going to come back. Do you guys have any questions? Yes, it did. Well, let me take that back. Did the shop? No, they didn't. So they had all the hops, and they had, they didn't have the yeast that I wanted. It was a month out. Hey, what's up? What's up, dude? So Hush Hush is my good friend in Bend, Oregon. So, dude, welcome. Uh-oh, what did I do? Me and technology or something else. Anyways, dude, welcome to the Speakeasy Brewer. Y'all are awesome. But to answer your question, it's Dano. The shop didn't have everything, unfortunately. We were going to use a Kveking yeast from, I want to say it was Imperial Yeast as well, but they didn't have it in stock. So we're going to use the citrus yeast. I think that's a pretty good substitute. But if I were to do this beer again, which I am, I'm going to use the Kveking yeast next time because that's going to amp up the pineapple. So I think it's still going to work out just fine for what we're going to be needing. And then some of the grains I wanted, they had the type of malt that I wanted, but it wasn't necessarily the brand I was shooting for. Doesn't really matter. I was shooting for certain brands that are on profile in Beersmith for me, so it'll do all the alcohol calculations for me and gravity calculations. I'm not using those brands, so I'm kind of in the blind, so I'm just gonna guess that they're about the same. So, do you have any questions so far?
No, not yet.
Right on. Okay, cool. And also, while we're getting things going today, while we're brewing beer, we're gonna be drinking beer because that's what we do here at the Speakeasy Brewer. So, it's not sunny, so I don't need to worry about my beer. I've got 3 different types of beers for us to try. That's the Rauch beer getting going. So today we're gonna be trying a few. One's not a local brewery, but yeah. What's up, Yoshi Kichi? Yes, we are back in the shop. If you'll notice, the backdrop, I fixed it. It doesn't look like crap anymore. It looks like crap over that direction, but I'm not gonna show you that direction. So today we're gonna be drinking Pineapple Golden Ale from Bootstrap Brewing Company in Colorado. So that's one of them. The other one is, these are both locals. This is Proper Brewing. We've got Whispers of the Primordial Sea, which is a smoked Helles lager with pineapple. It's gonna be freaking amazing. So I'm really excited for that. And then the other one is Uinta Brewing here in Salt Lake as well, and it's Racupolco Pineapple Orange Mimosa.
That's a good one.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you've had it. So it'll be my first time trying any of these, so we're going to enjoy them and do some taste testing. Again, as you all know, get in the chat, ask questions. Taylor here is going to be asking me questions as well.
Yep.
And yeah, we're just going to get things going. Yeah, so I already asked, do you have any questions or anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm good right now.
Hush Hush, Yoshi Kichi, do either of you have, or Dano, do you guys have any more questions before we get going? If not, let's hit it. Okay, so let's do this. We're just gonna. It's a very wet. It's a very wet day here in Salt Lake, and it's cold.
It is cold.
So we opened the garage door to give ourselves light. But we might close it because it's cold. Alright. Open sesame. Let's get the. Oh, I need to put water in here first. That would help.
That would definitely help.
Alright. You want to grab a couple of those tiny gallons and just dump them in? We're just going to fill this bad boy up. Sneak right around you. So we're going to use 9 gallons of water today. Like I said, this is all reverse osmosis water, so we're going to do all of our water treatment. So we're going to heat it up and treat it all at the same time. This is going to go so much faster. Sweet. Really appreciate you being here to help.
Yeah.
And it's fun to have you be part of the process, too.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Also, feel free, if there's anything that you want to say or share or anything, just look up there and say it, man. You're the guest today. Guest host. Alright. Let's do that. And for water temperature today, so one big thing that we need to do, temperature, okay, the things that you're going to hear me say all the time when it comes to brewing is sanitation, water, and recipe, okay? But I'm going to say sanitation, water, and temperature. Those are the most important things. So what we're going to do, we're going to heat all this water up. We're going to add the chemicals to it to treat it. We're shooting for a temperature of about 160-ish. I'm going to give it a little bit more. I'm going to probably do about 163, 165. We're outside. It's cold. We might lose a little bit of heat, so I'm just going to add that in as a potential error point. So we're going to get this bad boy heating up. And then the whole point is we need the mash in here. We're basically making a tea. We need the mash in here to be a temperature of, what did I write down? I got to look at this. I'm very scatterbrained right now because the whole day has been nothing but last minute stuff. So we're shooting for a mash temperature of about 148 degrees Fahrenheit. So maybe 160 would be 160, 161, 162. And so we're going to mash it for 1 hour at about 148 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna let it steep, and then we're gonna try it.
Yep.
Have you ever tried that before? The stuff that comes out of the mash?
I haven't done the mash. I've done it with my own homemade root beer before, and that's how I do it.
Okay, good. Okay, so you know, so you're.
I get the idea of it.
Yes.
It's the tea.
Yep. Yes, it'll be the tea. Oh, that's the worst noise ever. Okay. Let's get this thing rolling. Oh. Hush hush. You're gonna love this story. Okay, so yesterday I went to Friendsgiving with some friends up in Ogden, and Hush Hush and I go way back. We've known each other for a long time, and a few years ago, when I say a few years ago, it's more like, I don't know, Ron, how long? Eight years ago or so? We were at his house in Corvallis before we all moved to Bend, and we were trying to cook food on his grill, and it wasn't working. We're hitting the spark plug, trying to get it lit up. We're doing the gas, and we're like, what the heck? It's not working. And so we've decided we're going to close the top and just fill it full of gas, and then we're going to light it. Well, when we lit it, it basically exploded. It shot the top off, and flames went everywhere. Well, I had something similar happen yesterday. My buddy and I, we were out like at his gas fireplace, and it wasn't working. So I was like, oh, I'll just capture some of that gas, and I'm just gonna like lift it off when he hits the click, you know? Well, there was a lot of gas that came out, and I didn't expect this. And so I was guarding it. I'm like, all right, ready, go. And I had him click the thing, and man, flames went everywhere. Got up all my face, and all I smelled was burning hair. And no, that's not why I'm wearing a hat. It's just cold. But I was like, what? I'm like looking at my hands. I didn't see any burned hair or anything like that. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Where is that burned hair? And he checked himself, and we couldn't find out where the burning hair smell was coming from. And I was in the car on the way home, and I was like I rubbed my face like this, and I smelled burning hair, and I'm like, oh no, it's on my face. And I like went around, and I could feel it. So my hairs right here are all crispy, and my eyelashes got burned back like several centimeters, or maybe like 2 centimeters. And I was like, oh no. So I've got like half eyelashes over here in comparison to what I had. Anyways, Hush Hush, I thought you'd enjoy that story because it reminded me of that story long ago. So anyways, yes. Okay, so we're waiting for the water. Okay, what we can do next. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Sorry.
You're good.
Today, in addition to the other stuff that we're, so obviously we're brewing beer today, but we're gonna add some extra stuff. We want this thing to be like as pineapple as possible. So I bought a fresh pineapple from the store nearby. We're gonna cut that up, and we're gonna put up those pieces in the boil near the end. I know, it's gonna be super pineapple. And then I actually bought some pineapple juice. So we're gonna go all out on this thing. So I'm really excited for that. Also, I got this cool little doodad. It is a mini, like, pocket-sized scale, so I can actually do my chemistry better. So that was pretty exciting. So that's new. That's my new thing. We're gonna play around with that today. I hope it all works out well. Should, anyways. But it is also made in China, so maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see. You know, things are cheap there. Okay. Unsettled. Okay, that's what it said. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else I need to do before. Oh yeah, I can show you my hops too that we're using. For those of you guys who have never seen this show or have never seen me brew before, these are the hops we're going to be using today. So this is the Hallertau Blanc, and this is the Zythos. So they're in pellet form, which is normally what I use, and we'll put them in some muslin bags, and that'll kind of keep the particulates from floating around and filling the beer. So my favorite part about it is like popping these suckers open and smelling them. It's going to be great. Also, for a future beer, I'm going to show you what it looks like for the actual hop flower, because my parents grew some Cascade hops back home in Oregon, and they sent them to me. So there's 20 ounces of hops that we have, Cascade hops, ready to go for our next batch of beer. We're not going to put all 20 ounces in it, though. Are you super compressed? I think there would be... Yeah, so these ones are extremely compressed. So they're when you get pellet format, they're super potent. Yeah, they look like bunny food. And I'll show you what the actual flour looks like. I'll be right back.
Kind of like a Traeger pellet.
Yeah, kind of like a Traeger pellet, exactly. So this is what they look like.
Oh yeah.
So on a larger scale, without them being compressed, this is like, see how big the difference is? Let me grab the other thing real fast. So you can see the difference of bag size, right? So they just took 1 ounce of hops and smashed it into a bunch of tiny pellets. I don't know if you can see that well, but these are the hop flowers. And you can see there's a little bit of pollen in there too. So these have been dehydrated, and then all the air was pulled out, and then they've kind of been compressed because of the vacuum that was being used for the food saver. If you get hops, you want them to be saved. You want all the air sucked out of them, and then you also want to keep them where it's cold. So since it's cold outside, I just have them sitting in my garage. That'll help them have a longer lifespan, and they will keep their potency. So that's important. Because if you don't use them right away and they stay out in like room temperature, you could lose potency. Make a little extra cash money for the Speakeasy Brewer. It's like, how'd you pay for all your stuff? Hops.
Just hops.
Just hops. I just told them they were gonna get super extremely high, and they just made it up in their own head. It was a placebo. I'm a placebo distributor now. So, awesome. Okay. So that water's going.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee because, dude, it's so awesome.
I'm stoked to be here.
Yeah. I'm kind of running around with my head chopped off because there was just a lot of.
That's
Trying.
me all week.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Same here. It's been crazy today. So if I seem like very like spacey at moments, just know it's me trying to like think of some stuff. So I'm gonna go fill up the water or get the stuff for the water. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick what I'm looking at on Beersmith. Okay. So we need about. Okay. So also this is a guesstimate. So I typed in blonde ale on Google, and I asked what is a good blonde ale. Like water chemistry type thing, and they gave me about like 50 to 100 of calcium and some other numbers. So the numbers that you see down here at the bottom where my arrow's moving, those are some rough guesstimates. So I changed it. I kind of chose something in between. I'm experimenting 100%, so we're gonna take some great notes. That's the only thing you can do. If it turns out good, you know, make a mark on your journal to know what was good and try and repeat that. And if it sucked, then change it and then find out how to change it. One of these days, probably the next brew day, by the next brew day, I will have a better understanding of like what every single salt and chemical adds to the composition of beer. Like some of them, like magnesium and calcium, one of those really adds to improving the hoppiness of the beer. Some of them improve the maltiness of the beer. All of them together, specifically magnesium, I know for sure has to do with the health of the fermentation. So you want to have a pretty good balance of everything. And also, sometimes, like with a Pilsner, for example, you want really soft water in comparison to hard water, which we have here in Salt Lake. So anyways, that's what we're looking at. And if you look up here on the left side, it has already broken up our weights for us, which is great because I don't do chemistry or math, so it does it for me. So if you are a home brewer and you like brewing beer, I recommend Beersmith. I bought this program. You could get the cheap one where it's, you know, on your laptop or on your phone, and it works just fine. But I got it for my computer. I can have 175 different recipes on here. I could use 3 devices, and it was for a 3-year subscription. It was like $43. So anyways, there's that. Before I continue, I just want to come back, make sure I'm not missing any questions. Oopsie daisy. Okay. All right, cool. Let's get to this then. I'm really excited to try this. I hope it works. I'm going to step off screen for a little bit because I need to put this on a flat surface. So I need 3.1 grams of gypsum. gypsum? How much do I need of Epsom?
Epsom was 2.2.
2.2?
2.4 of table.
2.4 table.
2.2 of Epsom, 0.4 of table.
I'm gonna write this down real fast. Take some good notes. Alright. So this is 3.1, and that was gypsum. Thanks. And then 2. Sorry, 2.0.
2.2 of the Epsom.
2.2 Epsom. You said 0.4 of table salt?
Yep, 0.4 table salts.
Wow, this is so. 0.4. It's so different.
Oh, yeah, that's going to change things.
I don't know. It seemed to work last time. And then we need calcium chloride. Okay, calcium chloride. I need 3.7 grams. Sweet. I need to really clip this stuff off. So I can actually keep better notes. It's my next goal. Because I was keeping pretty good notes for a while, and then I just stopped for a while. Yeah, we should brainstorm. I'd love to hear some thoughts if you have any on what I can do. Ideas. Yeah, I've been writing down a whole bunch of ideas, but I'm curious to see. Okay, so we got everything put together. We just stuck it in a glass. It's kind of hard to see, but we put a whole bunch of stuff in there. Let me get an actual main stream so I can actually see what you guys are seeing a little bit better. Okay, so you can see in here the pellets are the calcium chloride. You can't really see the Epsom salt because it's a little bit darker. At the bottom there's a white powder, that's the gypsum. And then we've got the pink stuff, which is Himalayan pink salt. That's my special ingredient for my beers. And no, there's no Tums in it this time, so that was last time. Okay, in terms of temperature, we're about 100 degrees. I think everything's going to take a little bit longer today just because it's cooler. So drop it all in. Okay, cool. All right, now we're just going to stir this bad boy.
Real fast.
Okay, so for those of you who are here right now, I know we've only just done a little bit of water chemistry. It's not a whole lot. We haven't really talked about a ton. Any questions? Anything about the process so far? Or do you have any questions about the process so far?
No, not yet. Chemistry part makes sense so far.
Yeah.
Without being a chemist.
I know, right? Dude. Had my teacher in high school said, hey, if you learn chemistry so you can brew good beer, like, I would have listened.
Yeah.
But the whole time I was sitting there, I'm like, what is the bare minimum I need to do to pass this class? Hello. Okay. Have fun. Okay, awesome.